Ramazanov is in the black, Musaev is in the green.
Let's go.
Two undefeated fighters squaring off with a touch of the gloves. Low kick first from Ramazanov. Randy, for me, the big question is whose wrestling is better here, because both of these guys obviously have leaned on that in the past in their careers. It's a great way to impose your will, especially when you just need a victory, don't need a finish to get in.
There's a nice low shot by Ramazanov. In deep, trying to change off to the double. Shamil using that hand control. The whizzer on one side, controlling the wrist on the other side.
Right now we see Ramazanov trying to pressure to the cage against Shamil, trying to keep him there close so he can either resort to the underhook to try to get a foot sweep or go back to the single leg takedown.
Don Madge is looking on. He's still in a good playoff spot despite the loss earlier tonight. The only thing that can keep him out is a draw in this fight. If these guys fight one another to a draw, then Madge still has to sweat it out. A decisive victory for either man, and Madge will be clinched and potentially fighting one of them, likely the winner in the future. Ramazanov chasing this takedown. So far, Musaev able to negate the attacks.
Nice spiral as he spun off the cage. When you have two guys that are very high-level wrestlers, you see them hesitant to try techniques that they would normally try against non-wrestlers for the fear that it won't work due to the high level of defense.
At the end of the day, it might boil down to who's got the better striking in the other parts of their MMA game.
Sometimes the wrestling neutralizes.
We saw Shamil Musaev neutralize the wrestling of a four-time Division I All-American in Logan Storley, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him do the same thing to Ramazanov. But right now, Ramazanov is being more aggressive with the striking as well as they attack one another's calves.
That was a solid shin contact on that last one.
And they both check kicks with shins and close to getting that kneecap.
Ramazanov trying to walk Musaev back into the cage where he can set up a takedown. Snatch single again. Another interesting theme that seems to develop when we speak to the camps in these fighter meetings is these Russian guys, they don't want to fight one another all the time. They don't like the idea that they have to go Russian versus Russian in the regular season. In the playoffs, where it's an elimination situation, they don't seem to mind, but I wonder if that's in the mind of either of these guys.
When it comes out to $1 million, you got to be ready to fight your dad, your cousin, your neighbor, or the person that bags your groceries.
Nice little combination by Musaev on the break.
And we said that he needs to be ready to punch off the clinch, because you know Murad is going to go for that takedown and pressure it.
Musaev seems a little tentative to let his hands go, because every time he tries to, Ramazanov's in on a double, and he's got to defend that.
Good work with the footwork here, and a slapping right hand on the exit.
I'm going to start charging these guys for these keys.
Spinning attack misses for Shamil Musaev.
.30 seconds left in the first, and you see both guys staring eye to eye at each other.
Musaev finally letting a couple punches go from the open position.
They're both hesitant to make any mistakes, as it only takes one to put you in a bad situation.
Final 10 seconds of round number one. spinning back kick twice in a row there for Shamil Musaev. Second frame next. Season event. John O'Connell, Randy Couture, Tyron Woodley, cage side. Andy Shepard, the voice of our smart cage. And Big John McCarthy, our rules and judging expert.
Come in. Give me a towel.
Big John, referee calling for a towel. I think Murad Ramazanov was motioning that there might have been some tomfoolery with the grease.
Chest.
He wants him wiped off.
I don't know if it's
Still
grease, but it's
sweaty.
water, and you can't add extra water onto the body because it can become slippery. It makes the takedowns a little bit more difficult. So
How'd you score round
looking
one?
at this last round, very close round. Mostly the pressure of Ramazanov trying to get the takedowns, but I'm going to give it to Musaev as far as he landed the cleaner strikes, and he defended against every bit of the wrestling.
Thank you, Big John.
Nice inside leg check by Murad.
Now
We're off
takedown
balance on the
attempt.
canvas there, you see. With a sliding around.
Nice counter by Shamil. Kicked out of that single. Ramazanov definitely turning up the pressure. In on another single. There's the takedown.
Right here's what we've been talking about the entire time. Hooking his leg right here, as you see, to try to stop the opponent from getting up. Shamil was not having that at all. He said, let me get away right quick.
Live odds slightly in the favor of Shamil Musaev right now. Ian Parker, remind me, as our betting expert, how you play this fight.
We took Musaev as the underdog. I felt that if he could stop the takedowns, he has such an advantage in the striking, and Ramazanov is not offering anything on the feet, and I know you guys have been saying that. He's not letting his hands go at all. He's super tentative, and Musaev is doing a great job stopping these takedowns. The odds at originally were plus 150. Now he's minus 120. Still a good number if you want to take Musaev. I think he gets the win here as long as he keeps the fight on the feet.
Thank you to the Duck. Pick 'em in the live odds at the moment. They will develop throughout the fight.
It's hard to tell if the...
Oh, my goodness! Ramazanov. Now the right hand coming down, an uppercut.
That's it. That's good.
Shamil Musaev makes a statement, remains undefeated.
Wow. That was a nasty left hook.
Don Matz qualifies with that. You know, he doesn't seem to be all that thrilled, maybe by the prospect of facing Shamil Musaev in the playoffs.
Nobody is thrilled about facing him right now. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, that was sharp.
We'll take a look at the Cageonomics post-fight stats. Shamil Musaev, back-to-back second-round finishes. These stats brought to you by Upside. Welcome back to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Shamil Musaev victorious. And we'll take a look at the replay here.
You see, slips, moves his head off, throws a right, and that left hook right on the button. Caught him right on the chin, knocked him flat to his back. He follows it up with some ground and pound. Big shot there coming down. Again, slips, and there's the left hook right on the button. Beautiful shot by Shamil Musaev. Steps back, doesn't smother his punches, and picks his shots. Referee has seen enough. 5-point finish, second round for Shamil Musaev.
So just in review, Shamil Musaev in his first regular season bout handed Logan Storley his first knockout loss in a very decorated career. That was with a right hand, by the way. And then his second regular season bout, he hands Murad Ramazanov his first career loss of any kind, also by second round knockout. The only way to score a perfect 100 in our AI score is to get a finish inside of the round. Shamil Musaev just got the finish and a perfect 100. Andy Shepard will make it official.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee Kevin McDonald calls a halt to this bout at 1 minute and 51 seconds of round number 2. declaring your winner via knockout and clinching their place in the playoffs, Murad Shamil Musaev.
He started to say the wrong name. Had to correct himself.
Second round TKO victory for Shamil Musaev. 5 more points in the welterweight standings. And we'll take another look at this one.
And when you look at this, you were seeing Shamil trying to utilize. Go ahead, move it forward. Take it forward for me, fellas. You seen him trying to land his left hook early on. He threw the right hand, left hook, freezer right there. He threw the left hand, and he clipped him because he knew he had the punch not only off the clinch, but he had the punch also. Right here, you look, he dropped him down. I love the way he took his time. He didn't throw 30, 40 rapid punches. He looked at his opponent. He took meaningful power shots. You see the referee close. He made it look ugly. He had to jump in. He had to save him.
Shamil Musaev clinches with the second round knockout.